Oh, wearing the same plain white Sunsave tee as always, eh, Charlie?
What do you mean, Josh? I always wear this. You're wearing the same thing.
Didn't want to mix it up? Classic Charlie.
Why are you being so mean?
We're throwing shade today.
No, you doofus. We're talking about solar panels in shade.
Oh, but I had so many insults.
I'm Charlie.
I'm the Shade Monster 3000. Nope, I'm Josh.
And today we're going to be talking about how shade affects solar panels.
Yes, we'll be talking about how shade impacts your output, how it can damage your panels, and the 5 best ways to protect your panels from shade.
And we are Sunsave. We offer the UK's first solar subscription, which means you can switch to solar with no upfront costs and instead make fixed monthly payments.
To learn more, skip ahead in the video or click the link in the video description. Let's go!
So Josh, first things first, why is shade such a big deal for solar panels?
Well, as we know, solar panels need daylight to function and produce electricity.
Of course.
And any shade, whether from bird droppings, trees or buildings, is always bad.
Always.
But here's the rub. Solar panels are usually wired in series.
What does that mean?
Technically, it means that one solar panel's positive terminal is always connected to another's negative terminal. But effectively, it means that you turn your system into one big solar panel.
A solar panel finally large enough to appease the sun god.
You and your sun god. This means that shade on one part of your system can reduce the entire system's output.
Okay, so if you have one panel that's under some shade and its output decreases, this then triggers a decrease in output across all the panels?
Yes, exactly. One for all and all for one, but in reverse, like an evil Robin Hood.
Or like you when you have a headache and make it everyone else's problem.
I thought we were done throwing shade, Charlie.
Subscribe and like. Josh, there's a major danger we haven't discussed.
The colossal squid.
No, hotspots.
Oh, what are they?
So a solar panel is composed of cells, usually between around 60 and 72. And let's just say you have one shaded cell.
Poor little Sally.
Sure. Electric current flows through a solar panel, and when it does so, it has to go through all the individual cells. At some point, it's going to reach the shaded cell. Poor little Sally.
Oh no, that can't be good.
It's not good. Some of the current can flow through Sally, but some of it has to go elsewhere.
Where does it go?
It turns into heat in a process called electrical resistance and creates a hotspot.
Oh, what will that do to my panels? Good things, I hope.
No, Josh, not good things. The heat will burn the cells, affect the electrics, and cause cracks in the glass, all of which can lead to permanent damage and reduced output.
Oh no.
I know, and what will save Sally and all of its siblings?
Bypass diodes.
What are those?
They're small devices that come as standard in modern solar panels. There are usually 3 per panel, and they respond to shading by rerouting the current around the affected part of that specific panel.
Understood, like a traffic warden directing traffic around a broken down car.
Exactly. And the rest of the system will keep working as normal. Then when the shading is gone, that specific part of the panel will start functioning again, start producing electricity.
Brilliant, so you avoid hotspots and limit the lost output. Sounds like a decent solution.
It is. Not a perfect solution though. Bypass diodes usually only step in when 20% of their section is under shade.
Okay, so let's say 15% of their section is under shade. The bypass diode won't kick in and that will still affect the total output of your system.
That's right.
Well, are there any solutions?
Boy, are there.
Okay, Josh, enough dilly-dallying. What's solution number 1?
Getting your system design right. A good installer will use advanced software to identify optimal locations for your solar panels and avoid sources of permanent shading.
But let's say someone has a neighbour, perhaps they're called Jim, and let's say that he's built an Olympic-sized swimming pool on the top of his house and ignored his charming neighbour's objections. Let's just say that. What happens then?
Well, your installer should try and identify which panels experience shading on a daily basis and then possibly isolate them on a separate inverter string and therefore avoid any negative impacts for the rest of the panels.
Okay, a bit like quarantining a few ill sheep to stop the rest of the herd from getting sick.
Brilliant analogy, Charlie.
Thank you very much, Josh. Before we go on, I think we should talk about our revolutionary solar subscription, Sunsave Plus. Sunsave Plus is the UK's first solar subscription and it is designed to unlock solar for millions of households in the UK.
With Sunsave Plus, you can switch to solar with no upfront cost. All you have to do is pay a fixed monthly fee for 20 years. And it does stay absolutely fixed. No sneaky price rises, so you are fully protected against inflation from energy bills.
You will immediately start saving on your energy bills, and you will also earn income for exporting excess electricity to the grid. And these combined savings could exceed your monthly payment to Sunsave, which means you actually earn money each year despite paying a subscription. This means you don't have to wait years for payback, which is what most people have to do when they buy solar upfront.
Your best-in-class solar and battery system will also be protected by the Sunsave Guarantee, which provides total peace of mind that your system will produce clean, green electricity for the duration of your subscription, without you having to raise a finger.
The Sunsave Guarantee includes free replacement parts, including a battery and inverter, 24/7 monitoring and maintenance, comprehensive insurance provided by Aviva, and downtime cover.
Sunsave Plus is built to be flexible, so you're in charge of your subscription. Therefore, you can make a full or partial early repayment at any point without incurring any fees, charges, or penalties.
You also legally own your system from day one, which means that you will earn 100% of the export income. We don't take a cut.
Sunsave Plus also doesn't require a roof lease or airspace lease, which have historically caused problems with mortgage providers in the past.
To learn more about Sunsave Plus, head to our website, sunsave.energy. There you can read way more about our subscription, watch interviews with people who already have it, and sign up yourself.
Okay, it's time. What's the second solution to solar shading?
Optimisers.
They sound positive. What are they?
Well, they're conceptually similar to bypass diodes, the technology that goes within a solar panel, but they operate on a whole system basis, so they can reroute electric current around entire panels.
Oh, so your system can always work to its maximum level?
Exactly. So you normally put one on each panel, and they can monitor panel performance, so you can spot issues as they arise.
Great news. Are there any downsides?
Well, they're an additional expense, of course, so that will increase the cost of your system, and they can sometimes require a bit of maintenance, which can be expensive if you obviously have to build scaffolding for people to get up there and actually mess around with the optimizers.
That makes sense. To learn more about optimizers, read our full guide. The link is in the video description.
Josh, solution number 3.
Microinverters.
Are they basically just small inverters?
Pretty much. They do the same job as a standard string inverter, converting DC electricity into AC, but instead of one machine doing all the work, there's one for each panel, or at least for every 2 or 3 panels.
Okay, well, how will they help me solve my frightful problem of the shadows?
Because each panel is essentially wired on its own, any shade that hits your panels will only affect the panels that it hits. And none of your panels will have to be temporarily removed from your system like they have to be with optimizers.
Okay, so if I have a panel that's slightly underperforming, instead of it being temporarily taken out of the system, it'll just keep going and keep contributing.
Exactly. Each panel is basically its own mini system.
Microinverters sound amazing.
Yeah, they're also less temperamental, last longer, and usually have more advanced monitoring capabilities.
Well, I'm convinced. I'm off to get myself a truckload of microinverters.
Not so fast. Microinverters tend to cost a lot, so it's better to focus on smart system design instead of resorting to additional technology.
Okay, so even though microinverters can be effective,
they aren't necessarily worth the cost.
Okay, if you want to learn more about microinverters, click the link down below. We've done a whole guide on the topic.
Are you ready for it?
I wish you'd stop trying to shoehorn Taylor Swift references into every video, Josh.
Never, ever, ever. What's number 4, Charlie?
It's defending your panels against the scourge of the skies, birds.
But how could a bird be a shading issue? Unless we're talking about the dreaded dragon Cromslaw.
I do not mean him. If birds nest under your panels, they're more likely to excrete on them, which has the same effect as shading.
How do I halt this incursion?
Bird protection. Installers will usually put plastic or metal mesh or spikes around the edges of your system, and that wards away any winged interlopers.
Nice. That sounds
It is
like
nice. That sounds like what?
It'll add to the cost.
Yeah, it does add to the cost, but in the long term, paying for bird protection is usually worth it. And if you decide to get it later on, you end up having to pay a lot more because you need to get scaffolding all over again.
I don't know why you'd want anything more cogent than that, but if you do, you can find our full guide on bird protection. The link is in the video description down below.
What's Mambo number 5, Josh?
It's a hit song by Lou Bega. Shading solution number 5 is cleaning.
Why do I need to clean my solar panels?
Well as bird droppings, dirt, dust and debris can build up on your panels over time, causing hotspots, blocking daylight, and generally causing a reduced output.
Surely it's not as bad as when trees or buildings cast shade on panels.
It's not quite as intense, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Solar panels are installed at an angle and with a waterproof coating, which means that any rainwater will run right off them, taking grime with them as it goes. That means that you usually only need to clean them, most homes need to only clean them every 2 or 3 years.
Most homes?
Yes, so those that live near farmland, woodland, a mine or the coast may need to clean them more often, but it's important that if you do choose to clean them yourself, you don't do that in a way that will void any manufacturer warranties.
To learn more about solar panel cleaning, we've done a whole guide on the subject, the link is down below.
So there you have it, that's why shade is bad for solar panels and the 5 best ways to combat it.
Yes, smart design, electronic devices, bird spikes and soapy water will help beat back the darkness.
To read our full guide to solar panel shading, click the link in the video description.
And for more illuminating guides about solar, the link in the video description will also take you to the Solar Advice Hub, and you can also go on our website and sign up for Sunsave Plus, the UK's first solar subscription.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we will bestow upon you an endless deluge of solar videos.
Bye.